So I'm so excited to introduce all of you today to an event that we've been talking about for a long time. A lot of you have asked a lot about it. It is the UNLV Cyber Week event with the additional Valhallan Esports competition in partnership with Omniverse City, who will be bringing an expansive bridge between wellness, tech, health, education, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. I'm here with Morris Jackson and Ryan Markey, my co-producers for the event. Morris and Ryan, how are you guys today?
Doing great. How's everyone today?
Yeah, awesome day. I'm doing great too. Morris, it's really great to get a chance to sit here with you guys and talk about such an exciting event.
Yeah.
And now this isn't your first time doing an event, gentlemen, even though it's only been a few months since your kickoff event at the Science and Technology Festival, also in Las Vegas. You've actually done another event since then. And, because I've worked with you, full disclosure, I've seen kind of the way you two have worked together to receive live feedback from the audience and implement that. And now you've got some time to take all of that information, all of that data you've received and build this event it's going to give a lot to the Las Vegas community. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I would say, this is our, Ryan and I together, third event. I think we're getting better. We're kind of like fine wine. We age better. We're better with age, right? So we're excited. The first event we did with the Science Technology Festival, there were well over 10,000 people who've attended that festival. We did a Super Smash activation to really connect the kids who were highly engaged in science, technology, engineering, and math, and showing them how esports fits into that ecosystem. And now we're taking it from the elementary school, middle schools. Now we're moving into high schools and colleges. And so on October 4th, we have this tremendous opportunity to partner with UNLV during their Cyberfest week. To be the closing event. We are the main event of the actual festival, where we're going to be hosting another tournament for high schools and collegiate players around Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege game. We selected that game because it connects very closely to what the IT, IS, and cybersecurity departments at UNLV want to really show their kids. And that's how games can really help introduce early skills and early development into the career paths that these universities offer. So I'm excited about what this tournament's going to be able to bring. I'm excited to work with Ryan again, and I'm excited to really show the city of Las Vegas and the universities and the students and the parents how esports is a connector to many different career opportunities, but also, to peripherals and devices that helps them be better as players and as people.
Awesome. Now,
it's funny that you say that, because that seems to be the main focus of everything that I've experienced or seen you doing. It is very very centric to whole person development. I mean, the parents and the kids were all also excited about some of the health things that we brought up at the last UNLV event, and the kids were super engaged in it as well. I mean, they really look at you guys as the go-to for those things. So I'm excited.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
Well, and before we get started, I just, for a lot of people, Morris, they're still understanding the model of Valhallan. I've come to know and understand it. I am a humongous fan of what you're doing, and you are what we call an unsung hero here at Omniverse City. I always tell people when we're meeting in our Tuesday tours, and Ryan could be a testimony to this, I say, look, Morris Jackson is probably the most active participant of Omniverse City that you might not see, but he is working behind the scenes, and he's bringing immense value, not only to Omniverse City, but to the communities that you're serving. And I really want you to, I know you're humble, Morris, but I really want to let you brag a little bit about the incredible work that Valhallan is doing as a franchise across the country. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, really, it's not me. It's the support I get from not only community leaders, but community executives and partners like yourself and Ryan. The great thing about esports, it's a family, it's a community-driven initiative, and having great partners in the eyewear ecosystem, in the digital universe ecosystem with Omniverse. I mean, it just gives us so many things to show and present to our franchises, our locations, our members. There's no end to what esports can bring to a community, which excites me. So yeah, we're Valhallan Esports Training. We focus on the youth development of young gamers between the age of 5 and 17, really showing them the competitive and educational career paths that connect directly through esports. And so now we have 20 locations across the United States. We are in 12 states that we have Valhallan arenas currently in. We are looking to launch our Valhallan Online, which will allow us to be in more states, more cities, more areas near you. So that way you don't need a physical location to be able to connect with Valhallan. It's going to be a great way for us to do an early intro to local areas about what Valhallan is, who we are, what we do. And then when we do build a physical arena in that city or in that area, our users will already be familiar with us, which is going to be great. But yeah, we really focus on the competition side, the education side, the development side. I always say our centers are about progress. So everything that we do, we look to progress kids in their development. We look to progress parents and their involvement. And then also to Ryan's point with what he shared earlier is really us showing parents and kids all the things that can exist through esports, not just, game progression, but collegiate opportunities, but also, self-care, right? So eye care, the right peripherals, the right type of game mechanics to use, the right types of eyewear to have and put on when you're gaming. Like we want to make certain we become a destination of information for kids and parents who are looking to lean in more to gaming, because gaming is evolving so fast that it's something you can't be without. It's something you have to embrace and really be a part of. And we want to be the I would say destination where people come to get the answers that they're looking for.
It's unfortunate we have such a short amount of time, and anyone who wants to dig into any of these subjects should definitely mark your calendar. October 4th, we will have both a virtual experience in Omniverse City through our Infinity Conference, as well as amazing activations on October 4th. I want to pivot to the event, but before we do, you mentioned it. I was going to go there. People might ask themselves, what on God's green earth does esports and eyewear have to do with each other? Why are you talking about esports and glasses and eye care and eyewear in the same conversation? And I bet you, Morris, a year ago, if I would have told you that those two subjects had a close relationship with each other, you might not have been as adamant about it as you are now. So Ryan, I want to kind of bring you in on this conversation. What on God's green earth do eyewear and esports have in common?
Well, that's other than your hands and your reflexes, your eyes are the things that are giving you the most information, and making sure that those are taken care of is really important. So it was at the one of the past events when we were talking to the kids and the moms, we were explaining to them how to prep for a tournament or a day of games or training, kind of like any athlete with the muscles that they're going to use. You've got to make sure that they're properly hydrated. You've got to make sure that they're, filtered from things that harm them. And we also have filters that will increase clarity to help them respond quicker, but get their information to the brain faster. Also in the other little bit is we're getting ready to launch and at UNLV at this event, we will be we'll be somewhere right around that same time. We'll be launching our Oswear glasses that are audio and our audio glasses. Those will be available with those special lens treatments. So there's a lot of things that kids do when they get done with a day of playing sports. They may ice themselves. They may do some stretches. They may do a certain kind of cool down to make sure that those muscles are kept going. It's no different. It's exactly the same with your eyes. That's one of the big muscles you use when you play esports. But Morse is being not braggadocious enough when he's talking about community. He has in the areas that I've been to, he has definitively become the community. I don't want to say leader because that makes it sound different, because it's not that, but it's almost like the director or the influencer, but those aren't strong enough. But the guide, the community guide when it comes to esports, because these people that were there were looking strongly to him as the expert that he actually is.
Oh,
I couldn't agree with you more. And I think we're going to have to do at least one or two more of these before the event, because I think if you are any business, any key opinion leader in education, esports, economic development, or eyewear, E4, or any human at all of any kind that is in a position to get to UNLV on October 4th and you're not there, it is only because of one reason. And that is because we either didn't get to you and you didn't hear what we were doing, or you didn't understand it. This is probably the most important topic of conversation right now. Esports and gaming, two different things, are very important because that's where our youth is now. And that is where they will continue to be in the future. Morris, do you think I'm overstating that?
oh no, not at all. I think I think we can't overstate it enough. As I think about today's youth and how gaming is a part of their life in every aspect, from console gaming to PC to mobile gaming to now Netflix having games on their platforms. I mean, gaming is everywhere. There are stores and department stores and businesses that are adding gamification into their experiences, right? And so I think everywhere we turn, there's a high level of interest from all ages in gaming, and it's just only going to become more and more attractive over time. And kind of to Ryan's point, right? Esports, it is becoming adopted as a physical sport, right? Just like in physical sports, a muscle might get sore, or a muscle might be used and you need to ice it down or care for it or stretch it and prepare for it. Well, Ryan mentioned it. The eye is the muscle in esport, right? And so as more people start to recognize these transferable examples between traditional sports and esports, and they start to recognize that esports is not only one of the most competitive platforms that are out there to allow people to compete of all ages, whether you're 5 years old all the way up to 99 years old, anyone can compete. Anyone can show up. Anyone can play, right? It's one of those where there are no barriers to allow people to compete, to challenge themselves, to grow, to evolve and develop. But it's not only growing their eye muscles, it's also growing their brain muscles too, because it's allowing them to learn new arts, learn new skills, learn new technical languages, learn new technical skills, and then transfer those skills into real life opportunities, whether it's in cybersecurity, like we're showing at Cyberfest Week, or whether it's in IT or IS or drone piloting. I mean, the careers are endless, and more careers are coming forward because of esports. So I always tell parents that esports places your kids where careers are going, not places them where careers have been. So
I love that. That's so brilliant.
Yeah, it's such a, I mean, for people not to lean into this right now, it's almost as if you're doing your kids a disservice, or even doing yourself a disservice. I mean, imagine today if people didn't have cell phones. Where would one be without a cell phone today, right? And so that's where esports is going to be tomorrow. And the faster
Well,
we get our kids to adopt it and society to adopt it, the better off we are going to be to help people be prepared for what tomorrow brings.
you
You know,
just brought up, real quick, Ryan, you just brought up such an important point that I've never thought of making before that is super profound. You mentioned cell phones as a mobile device that created an era. And there's maybe, and have been since the inception of mobile phones, 3 to 4 players that have owned, that experience. But here, even though obviously you can use a PlayStation or an Xbox to access games, there really isn't a dominant piece of hardware. So this kind of idea of cross-platform interoperability is something that tech companies have leaned so much in. It has not left room for the usual control that comes with technology. And that makes this opportunity extremely accessible to any brand. Ryan, I didn't mean to kind of make that point, but it was really important.
No,
go ahead, Ryan.
I wanted to kind of swing back to the business side of this just really quick. If you're going to meld yourself or put yourself somewhere, it's important that it's someone with integrity. And fortunately, I feel very strong that the integrity of the two other folks on this on this chat are filled with integrity. But the other piece of that is that you're always searching for that disposable income, and the big push, at least in the optical business, for a very long time, was to hit that late teens to early 30s, just pre-kids or early kids, right there where people would buy multiple pairs of glasses. What's happening here is this is an opportunity for businesses to actually go into a space where you will be introduced to what is or is getting ready to be the next largest space for people who will invest in the things that enhance, their lives, and this is what they're doing. It's almost like we're feeding it up on a platter, and it's available here for everybody.
So because we're going to get through this in a very short amount of time, I want to do rapid fire. We're going to be talking about Optical Near Me, about Valhallan, about Omniverse City, but I want to focus on the esports experience. What exactly should people that are interested in participating in the esports competition know about this event? How, who are you looking for? How many teams are you looking for? How does that whole thing work, Morris?
Yeah, great question. We are looking for any high school student or collegiate student who is looking to showcase their skills in the game Siege, which, by the way, Siege just went publicly. It went free for all users now.
Whoa.
But anyone who's looking to engage in that game to showcase their skills to a university or to the community, this is the perfect time. We're looking for 16 teams that can represent themselves at this tournament. But I don't want people to not sign up because they don't have a team. I want people to sign up even without a team as an individual, because what Valhallan does, which is so special, is that we create teams. So you can come to our arena, you sign up for the event, you come to our arena, we will introduce you to a community of other Siege players. And then now within this community, you will build and form your team. So if you're hesitant of signing up because you don't have 3 or 4 other players to play with you, I don't want that to be a concern. What I want that is to be, I want you to see that as an opportunity to meet additional siege players within our Valhallan community to form your teams, to come into Valhallan every day of the week to prepare you for October 4th tournament. But that tournament, we will take the best of 16 teams. They will compete in an elimination bracket style tournament, and then the winning team is going to receive a college scholarship dollars to UNLV. To UNLV. So again, it's going to be a great opportunity for
Wow.
kids and for current students who are either looking for help with college or are finding a reason to go to college, or if they're currently in college, just want to take some pressure off that college bill. It's a great opportunity for you to, again, find a team, meet a community, compete, and potentially earn college scholarship dollars.
So if I'm getting this right, with all the parents out there, including me, because I have an 11-year-old who's an avid gamer, and actually he's a streamer, which is a different type of gamer, which we'll talk about at the event. If you don't know the different modes of gamers, you're going to want to come here because it's very different behavior. But if I'm getting this right, Morris, what you're telling me is for all those parents out there that are telling their kids games are a waste of your life, they can actually take their fun and exciting hobby and turn it into a college scholarship?
Yes, absolutely. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Right.
didn't even know that. This is genuine excitement. That's amazing. What? Thank you to UNLV for that. I mean, you must be so excited, Morris, that you can have that connection for the parents to show them we're not just talking about this. This is reality.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Not only UNLV is stepping up as a tremendous community leader, embracing esports and how esports can help accelerate not only engagement but academic careers. But we are finding more and more universities are now offering full ride scholarships for their sanctioned esports teams for kids to compete on those teams. I think as of right now, the number is in excess of over 300 universities are providing that. But then now universities are offering actually an esports degree,
Wow.
that young inspired gamers who want to have a career in esports, not just as a player, but as a tournament organizer or a publisher or a game developer or a distributor of the games. I mean, there's so many different roles that goes in to the I would say world of esports. Universities are starting to recognize that. UNLV has taken a step forward and now is offering an esports management and technology class that they've asked me to teach. So I've started teaching that in the fall. So you're starting to see more universities just not only gravitate but embrace esports. So to your point, I'm excited that UNLV has stepped up and done this. I'm also proud that they stepped up and offered a class to teach more of the community around esports management and technology. But I'm also proud that Vegas sees esports as a pillar of opportunity for everyone, regardless of your age, your gender, and none of that matters. It's available for everyone.
And I know, Morris, you have a hard stop. You have a busy franchise to tend to. So before you leave, I just want to give you one last opportunity to talk about the business opportunity for these brands that are considering participating, to kind of lay the framework for the rest of this presentation. Ryan and I will continue talking about this event so that this way we have everything we need to make sure people that want to get in, that want to be a part of it understand the true value. This event is being produced by Valhallan, Omniverse City, and Optical Near Me, which means the majority of the cost of this event are covered. This is one of these amazing events where you have a very affordable entry fee as a brand. In most cases, events have to charge a lot of money for these events to take place. But because we pop and drink our own champagne here, we've made it extremely affordable. Only $850, less than $1,000 for brands to come in and claim their little stake of this amazing tech event. And I want to give you an opportunity, Morris, as a business owner, as somebody who's transitioned into the gaming world from the finance world. Why should businesses, even if they don't think they're related to gaming, that are, either tech enabled or moving in that direction, why should they participate in this?
I mean, this is a great chance to really show how your business or how your industry is connected to the world of esports and how the two marry one another. It gives you a great opportunity to meet young, vibrant, intelligent students who are learning and growing in this ecosystem, and you show them how that ecosystem absolutely involves your industry. It gives you a chance to become visible on a campus that is rated one of the top campuses in the world. It gives you an opportunity to really show your support of the esports community, because I would tell you that's one thing that a lot of esports gamers haven't seen enough of here domestically. And that's the support of a community, understanding and appreciating the value of esports and all that it can do. So I would say it's just a great opportunity to be a part of something special. It's something that's one of a first of its kind at UNLV. So always being being the first to do it is always a great thing. But most importantly, it just gives you a great opportunity to make a deep connection with the community and deep connections with the students of not just our Clark County School District, but also our UNLV campus as well. So just a great opportunity to be a part of something special.
And I know that with the optical realm, a lot of people might say, how are you fitting optical into this technology conversation? And Optical Near Me is supplying the tools for any brand, even if they are not digitally enabled, to quickly get their virtual frames library set up or invest in the pixelware. So this is really open to businesses that maybe are traditional, but are evolving into that emerging tech world. And Omniverse City for non-optical brands has other tools as well. Before you wrap up, I want to let you, Ryan and Morris, talk a little bit about what brands can do to get tech enabled in this short amount of time before we go live so that they can participate in this with, authenticity.
Well, I mean, a lot of it depends on where they're at and where their head is at, but everybody needs to be tech enabled. There are AI products that are available that we can help them develop to assist in their day-to-day, but we also have Pixelware as a brand that is going to provide special lenses and lens treatments. We have Eyewear that is starting with our audio glasses, and then we'll go to video and augmented reality, and possibly some VR. But I mean, there are a bunch of different things that someone can do. We can take their products and make them available for AI to help them. If you're an equipment company, we can help people, help walk people through their preventative maintenance. If you're a frame company, we have the frames library, which will allow a virtual try-on for you. We have a AI style assistant that can help people pick the best product of your products. And we can fairly quickly put your collection into the frames library for folks to be able to look at when they're and try on while they're at the virtual convention or virtual stream convention, whatever.
Thank you, Ryan. One quick second, because I know Morris has a 2-minute hard stop, and we'll definitely dig deeper into this in just a moment. Morris, we definitely will have you back to do a deeper dive into the types of content that we're going to be, hosting here. I have a lot of people that do want to speak, and, we'll be talking about that roster, in the next event as well. Is there any last things that you wanted to add before you? My apologies, Ryan. He's got like 2 minutes. Is there anything that you wanted to add before you jump?
No, I just want to again invite everyone to come out. This is just this event's not just for gamers, it's for the community. So whether you're a kid who wants to see how esports competition lives, this is a great place to come. Whether you're a young gamer who engages in Siege or has never played Siege but wants to learn how to play Siege, this is the event to come to. If you're
I love
someone
that.
who grinds in Siege, this is the competition you want to compete in to show your skills, because not only can it lead to college scholarships, it can also lead to collegiate recognition and careers that are connected to esports, such as cybersecurity, ITIS. If you're a parent that doesn't understand esports and wants to see it and see all the careers that connect to it, this is the event to come to. This event is for all ages. It's for all ages to attend. It's for high school and collegiate players to compete, and it's for parents to come and see and learn, to be a part of not just the evolution and rise of esports, but all the connective tissues that go into esports. It's also a great place for you to learn from Ryan and all the partners we're going to have there, from Omniverse City to optical, our optical partners. Everyone there is going to be there to help support the community, to really see not only how to compete in gaming, but how do you take care of yourself in gaming, and how do you use these skills to transfer over to careers and opportunities that most people don't even recognize exist today. So just a great opportunity to learn and grow, and I invite everyone to come out.
Thank you so much, Morris, and thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to our next, breakdown where we get a little deeper into the nitty gritty. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your wonderful day today.
Yeah, thanks, Charlene, and thanks, Ryan. Always good partnering with you guys.
Man, I can't wait
Absolutely.
to get this one underway. It's always a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Take care, everyone.
You too. All right, Ryan. So thank you so much. And I know you were talking about Frames Library, and I definitely want to let you kind of continue talking about, specifically the optical businesses. And, again, it's very difficult for most eyewear brands and lens brands and tech brands in the industry to connect, especially regionally, and especially once you get to the West Coast with, with the opticians and optometrists out there. So I wanted to let you kind of finish where you were going with that. Thank you for your patience and letting me manage it all.
That's okay. Actually where I was going, I was getting ready to make a strong pivot right there at the end, which is fine. The pause makes it okay. The thing is, for the parents and the kids and all of that, I'm hoping that what they see is all of these things that the optical industry is shifting to, and needing, those who haven't need to start shifting to. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for employment in other industries, including the optical industry, for people to come in, and whether it's to gamify an experience or to make sure that their AI is working the way that it should, or whatever. There's going to be a ton of opportunity that these degrees and these this education is going to require. I mean, I recall in my generation, which is ancient, but in my generation, the only way that you were able to get into that type of the industry was through experience. There were no degrees, and if you did go to school for it, by the time you got out, what you had learned was out of date. And what I've seen with Morris and his kids, and it is a creation of a team and a desire to continue to grow and to continue to engage. There are life skills that I saw them teaching at the arena. So those life skills are important, but so is being able to have a career later in life.
So what I'd like to do for the rest of this presentation, Ryan, is just kind of get through these slides and get everyone excited about the event. And I appreciate everything that you're going to bring to the table at the event. I know when we're there, we're going to have so much opportunity to really drill in to some of these nitty gritty details. And I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the fact that we're going to have access to Gen Z, access to the Omniverse City, giving people these really affordable entry-level rates to get involved, opportunity to kind of build their activation as we go. And I know, can you give us like a glimpse of what you think the types of activations would be like? What do you think the audience will be looking for here?
At the last couple of events, I was surprised at what that the attendees were looking for. They're starved for knowledge. They love what we do. They love the products that we have. They love the unique lens features. They love the things that the doctors are telling them that they should do to prep for their games, for their esport competitions. You know, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I am surprised at the things that that these people would love to be engaged with. So from the big crowd, there's no better opportunity for our industry to get what makes each one of us unique and what makes each one of us strong. There is not a better place to go and educate a large crowd on on what makes us each special.
Now, I know we talked a lot about optical, but let's pivot a little bit because there's a lot of other industries. Just to be very clear, I want to say it 3 times. There's a lot of other industries. There's a lot of other industries. There's a lot of other industries in addition to optical who are going to be at this event.
Oh,
what other industries do you expect are going to participate based on the conversations you've had with some of the brands that are looking into this event?
Well, I mean, there are so many different types of things. I mean, there's folks who have microgreen growing stations. There are, so not even anywhere near optical, but people being able to grow their greens in their kitchen. It really doesn't matter what industry someone is in. If you have something that's unique and you want to educate and engage the consumers, so it becomes it's a good strong step in the direction of making your ideas and brands a household name. Events like this are going to become key. They're the best way to get your message directly to those who can consume it. I mean, there's no better marketing in my mind other than direct to the eyeballs and ears that you're trying to market to.
Ryan, you could not be more right. And I want to, I want to kind of take a moment, my role, and if I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of this presentation, my name is Charlene Nichols. I'm the founder of Omniverse City. I'm the, I don't mind what role I play in this organization. I'm always happy to moderate a conversation like this, but I want to talk about some of the things that I've seen as a CEO over the last 8 years, building my company from the ground up. Marketing can be extremely expensive. And if you spend thousands and thousands of dollars, which we have, in things like paid ads and, search engine marketing and all of these different things, even events, and you're not in a position to receive data from that event that could be helpful, including lead follow-ups, you could end up spending a lot of money and end up with absolutely nothing but the hope that somebody saw you, was inspired, and reached out to you. This kind of like passive return on investment is just not acceptable to businesses anymore. The money that they invest has got to come back to them tenfold. They don't even have time for a one-time return on investment. They need 10, 20, 30 times their return on investment. And that means it's not just money that they're looking for. They're looking for exposure. They're looking for sustainable access to communities. And we have been hosting events and will continue to host events, including the one that Ryan's going to today in Chicago, leading up to this event in Las Vegas, that are all connected. That whole community through our Infinity Conference is growing and building virtually. Our physical audience is growing and building physically. Partners like Frequency, like our partner Mike Wilson, who's bringing multiple chambers of commerce from the Las Vegas community. Our partners like Jake Title and Emery Morrison, who have amazing networks that they could just pluck people out of the blue and say, hey, this is a great opportunity. I got introduced to 5 individuals last night that are bringing the sim racing community and this all different communities from different industries. Some I can't say yet, but I can tell you entertainment is a part of it. Sports is a part of it. You look at some of the games that are out there, and games like games in the basketball world, and games in the baseball world, and games in the racing world. They really do get activated within those genres, and they bring out celebrities from those different verticals. So gaming could be an amazing place to get exposure, to get revenue, to get creative revenue streams. And next thing you know, your business is growing without you even having to pay attention to it. I like focus on it. Like it's just happening. You're having more of a challenge keeping up with the inbound leads. You're not even having to proactively market anymore. Now you have a new problem. You have to manage the inbound leads that are going in. I know you're starting to experience that with Optical Near Me in this moment, Ryan. And with the blend of AI that we have with these inbound agents that we'll be introducing, and this kind of like autonomous marketing engine, it's the perfect storm for businesses that want that passive revenue that you were talking about a little earlier. Can you kind of dig into that for me based on your frontline experience that you've had?
One of the things that I have learned in multiple stages of my career are that the best intentions in marketing are not as effective as those that happen naturally. And I think that with what we've been doing most recently, and creating these events, being at these events, making sure we have the right crowd that's there and the right data to understand the benefits. I think we've cracked the code on how to make it natural. When it's natural, it happens. You hear people say the word viral and things like that. It's not that it's viral, it's sustainable, and it's within someone's lifestyle. They make the choice to be there, and you get a chance to be the one who actually provides for them. So I think I think it's just I think we cracked the code on a way to make growth in marketing sustainable.
I completely agree with you. And we have on the slide here our good, better, best outcomes. The reason we are going to be doing this going forward with our events is a lot of our events have surprised us. This past Malibu event is a perfect example. We had no idea what to expect. It was teeming with people, tons of opportunities. And these aren't just like random people. These are like hundreds and thousands of people who are leaders in their industry, leaders in their market, all different industries. I mean, we're meeting people in the entertainment industry, in the comedy industry. I'm meeting people who are like, I looked up to my whole life. I've never had access like this before. And I've never had access in a way where the people who are normally inaccessible are happy to open up those doors, because they don't get to connect with people a lot at these physical events because they just can't make themselves that available. If you're a celebrity and you show up at a physical event, you could be like stormed. But in a virtual setting, it's much more controlled. And we're finding, and I'm really shocked at this, that so many celebrities, so many key opinion leaders, people like Drika Gates who we're working with, and she's pretty high profile. And there's many more around her that are coming to the surface and saying, hey, wait, we're entrepreneurs too. We're philanthropists too. We're, visionaries and people that want to have an impact with youth too. We want to participate now because we can, just like the rest of you. A lot of celebrities and key opinion leaders and influencers, they really want to be able to just mix with the public and have that experience. And physically, it's very challenging. But in a virtual setting, they get to be a part of that collaborative experience. So, I want to kind of pivot away from that point, Ryan, but I want to give you an opportunity, since you have worked with a lot of celebrities in your life. What are you seeing with this kind of accessibility we're getting to some of these high profile people?
Well, I mean, to me, the celebrities that I've dealt with earlier in my career, the amount of money that you pay them up front so that you can just use their name and likeness and get a very few appearances, it can be astronomical in order to get some bit of use out of them. One of the really cool things about the way we've dealt with celebrities and had them engage has been more of a partnership, more of a friend, more of a someone who's truly interested in what's going on in your world. That's unique. They are way more engaged now than I've ever seen, and a lot of that is because, well, at least in the folks that we've been dealing with, a lot of that is that they treasure and care for basically their following or their followers. So it's been great to see how they own and take care of their audience.
I could not agree more. And I've said that a lot, but I truly do mean it. This isn't just us kind of speaking talking points here. Can you still hear me, Ryan?
Yes.
Oh, that was odd. I stopped hearing the background noise. We really have worked to build a system that makes it easier for everyone to succeed. This Infinity conference in Omniverse City is really getting traction. There's a lot of physical event coordinators that are partnering with us. And if you thought for yourself for a moment, what would happen if every physical event, conference, festival, concert, local meet and greets with entrepreneurs and millionaires, if they all drove their audiences to one virtual destination so that AI matchmaking could occur? So that obviously if you're, meeting with your friends to talk about your private jet collection, you may not necessarily mix with kids that are just learning Rainbow Six Siege, or you may, who knows? But with AI matchmaking, it allows your particular digital footprint to find your match with others. And that system has worked exceptionally well. If you're looking to participate in this event in any way, you can come just for the sake of the AI matchmaking alone. And coming to the Omniverse City events as an attendee, as of right now, is free. Coming to the Omniverse City Infinity Conference as a vendor starts at $300. And that's for a season. That's for a 3-month period. We wanted to make it exceptionally affordable because we really wanted to leave no excuse for people to participate. So many things are so expensive. It's kind of like an afterthought. People say, I'll deal with AI when I have the money or when the cost comes down. And then they end up being so incredibly left behind. There's just no catching up. This is a moment of data capture in modern business history. Never before in the world of business has there ever been a moment this profound where you get to reboot everything. All the data points that led us to where we are really becoming obsolete because the way that AI works in comparison with powerful elements like the search engines. Everybody here knows, if you have a business, what a Google business profile is or what citations and listings are. There's a whole new dynamic to your virtual and physical and digital footprint for the future. So you can relearn it and actually take a dominant position now. Even if you were so far behind, there was no catching up before. Ryan, I want to give you the last word on that note to kind of bring us home to this opportunity and really let people know, why they should be involved and what to expect when they come.
Well, the reason to be involved is very much what you just said. This is the opportunity, being involved in this, to either accelerate your success or to get your chance to come in and not rewrite, but boost your plan so that you have all the bits and pieces you're going to need and what's going to happen, what the future is going to be. So not coming, it would be awful. We'll miss you. But those who do come are going to have a really great opportunity. and I don't see any reason why anybody wouldn't come, especially since there's such a diverse way to get in. But I think your point is great. I think the fact that people now have this opportunity to supercharge themselves and their business is going to be super important.
Awesome. And then after this event, we will be doing LA Tech Week at Thunder Studios, 150,000 square foot volumetric capture studio. I don't remember the date on that, but we'll be sharing it. So, just stay tuned with the Omniverse.
Recording is on.
You'll see the links to all of our events there. The event that you're going to today, Ryan, you want to talk a little bit about that?
It is a MedTech conference.
Hello,
talking
I'm
about
Lexicon, your
different types of technology and their influence on
here in
the
Omniverse
medical
City.
field.
This
The
vibrant
reason
digital metropolis
we were
is your
invited
playground
is
for
Eyewear
innovation,
is a medical
creativity,
device.
and growth.
Medical
Whether you're
prosthetic
here
actually
to
is what I
build,
think it's coded
explore,
as.
or conquer
But
new challenges,
there are so many
I've got
different
the
ways
insights and
that
strategies
technology,
to help you
AI,
succeed. Let's make this place your
augmented reality
ultimate digital hub
are coming
for all your
into the
interests.
optical space.
Ready to dive in?
That I'm going to get an opportunity to talk about that. What we call affectionately Eyewear, which is the eyewear that will fit in some of those spaces, and Ozone, the software that
The
will
conference
make it
area in Omniverse City
make
is
it
a
have
dynamic
a
space
value
where
that
minds meet,
will
ideas
allow it
collide,
to become
and innovation
mainstream
takes
quickly.
center stage. It's designed to host a
absolutely.
variety
And,
of events,
I
from
will be
large-scale
speaking,
conferences to
moderating
intimate
at Fusion
workshops
Fashion Tech
with
Society in New
state-of-the-art
York
digital
during
facilities.
the United
Attendees can
Nations
engage
Week.
in immersive
We'll
experiences,
also be
participate in
hosting
live discussions,
events
and connect with thought leaders from around the world. Whether you're here to share your insights or gain new perspectives,
end of October?
this is the perfect venue for fostering
Last third of
collaboration
October,
and
yes.
growth.
Middle
Ready to
middle
make your mark?
So if you're strictly focused on optical
Sure.
events, great event to go to, super affordable. DC is a great city. We'll be there in a new area that NEOS has added, talking specifically about Optical Near Me and how you can
Absolutely.
build a
Let's explore
virtual
this
attaché
digital
to your
wonderland
business and
together.
build like an actual alternate business model on top of your existing business without the
She should be
massive
following.
cost of
Yep.
franchising and branching out. Do you want to kind of tease the audience about NEOS and what you'll be talking about there
No,
with
whoever
Optical Near Me,
interacted
Ryan?
and asked to invite.
Well, Optical Near Me in and
now
of
that's if
itself
they're in a
is
shared,
a tool
session, right?
that
But if they're in an individual
it
session,
is a
she will
toolbox,
follow
I should
everyone
say, or a
individually,
set of
right?
tools
Yeah, as
to
long as they ask.
help businesses
Wow,
grow,
that's
reach
amazing.
out,
What is
touch,
that?
engage.
I say concepts. Trying
And
to get out of my
so
way.
that will be a big part of what it
Yeah.
is. And then I will also be talking about, again, I will be talking about Eyewear and
Wow, so you could book an
Pixelware
appointment?
and those things that are tech focused, but also medically
And I still have
focused.
to put lovely and
There's so
everybody
many
in
things
here.
that I don't really want to give them all away. Let's just say that we have a couple of things that are going to pop
That's okay. I
that
brought those
Wow.
style assistant, the interactive.
Don't forget
Can you,
Drika Gates.
stop-
We
is
haven't
Lexi
even
still
talked about
following
this
you?
this whole
Yeah.
time. I didn't even think about that.
My road dog.
Can we wrap
Can
up
you stop and
on
ask
Drika
her,
Gates and the
if,
freak.com and the eyewear, and
if
let's
she can
give people like a
explain
healthy dose of,
how to book a
if
booth?
they're a retailer and they want to bring that product in,
Hey,
what is that
can
opportunity?
you
Like if I've
explain
never really
how
brought
to
eyewear in because
book
of a celebrity connection.
renting
I've only bought because
one
of my
these
really amazing
booths?
discerning tastes in eyewear. Why should I bring in the Drika Gates collection and her associated partners?
Well, I mean, Drika in and of herself was who I was speaking about when I was talking about someone who's really
Yeah, she'll break it down, but her voice
strong
it does
in
it
making
kind of bugs out when we're
sure
talking about
that
religion sometimes.
her what does she call them, lovers? 'Cause
Yeah, love her.
Awesome, but
Yes.
at least
Of
even
hers,
though
yes.
the connection didn't
that they are
transfer over, it's giving
what is
you the
procured for them
information
is
here.
quality.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
the
yeah.
healthcare
When
message and the
Gotham
wellness
gets back, we're gonna rework and
message
set it back to where you have to
is
press me to interact
true
with them.
and
that he said that should fix this issue. We're doing it on a sphere of influence right now.
very focused on the patient. you don't get a lot of
Awesome.
celebrities who do that,
Stay
but
here.
you also have to understand that she is
Alright.
someone who
She should stay there.
is putting together a collection of those things
Wow.
that she knows that her folks are going to like, and so the partners that you're
I
referring
love how you
to
even put the
are
books there.
multiple collections of
Yeah, I will
eyewear.
bring props
It
in
is
from,
her way
everybody's
of
spaces.
sending people to.
You really did a
what does
great
she have?
job on this, Jake.
7
So
million,
can you
I
talk
think, is
about
what
where the
I heard last.
inspiration for the design for these
Followers
books comes in?
into an office, and they
Yeah,
are
that's
from
what-
all walks
Gotham,
of
that
life.
question, because I just
Um,
reskinned his.
But it is.
Yeah,
I
some
have
good
talked
boots,
to
though.
That's
most
what I'm saying.
all of
The fact that
the
you use
folks
the textures from there.
Oh yeah, I
in the
want them to
original
be
month
little
that this
miniature
program
versions
launched.
of their spaces. So I went and
They
pulled
are
their decor in
genuinely
there,
wonderful people, and I wished that I had
colors
had my
out of
own
their
store
spaces
again,
to recreate
and I
a
could have gotten them to
miniaturized,
come in. They're
bite-sized
a
version of it.
wonderful crowd.
Like
So
with this
great
one, I'm
eyewear,
gonna put
great
her
lens
waterfall in, and
selections
her
and colors,
screens and
some unique
maybe a few branches
some
and
unique
stuff.
treatments,
Same with
and
Riches.
a spokesperson
And
who
with the Optical
truly
Near Me,
exudes
I'm going to pull in a rack of
a wellness message
sunglasses, the virtual
based
try-on, and a
on
few other things.
caring and
but it's basically just the textures
positive
from their,
thoughts.
from their
Oh,
spaces.
something we need. Caring and positive
Let's check
thoughts.
out
That
the,
is definitely
stage
something
area.
we need a lot more of in this
Right?
industry. But I want to wrap on this note, and I
Let's
want to
bring
make
him
sure
with
if
us.
you're made it to the end of this video and you're listening, that you
Come
really
with
truly
me.
hear what I'm about to say and understand the gravity of it.
You're an
We
interesting
meet
looking fella.
every single week without fail. on
Lead the
Tuesdays
way,
for
and
1
let's
to 2
uncover the
hours
wonders
a
of the
week.
financial.
We
Yeah.
pump
I just
massive
want an audience.
amounts of content all week through LinkedIn, through YouTube, X,
Oh wait,
Fortnite,
tell them to stay
and
here on the
Omniverse
stage,
City,
and then let's
any
see if we
channel
That's
that
what I'm gonna
we
do.
can get our hands on. Press releases, you name it. We have events now every week around the country with our partners that have
Oh, I
hundreds of
lost
thousands
him.
of people.
I might not have the,
And still, we
what
cannot
is it
get
called?
all the
padding set up
information
in here
that
yet. No, there it
Omniverse
goes.
City,
Come on, buddy.
Optical Near Me, and our associated partners like Valhallan, like Frequency,
follow me all the
like
way up
Trinket
there?
Gates, and so many
No,
others
I
are
might not
bringing
have
to the
the,
table. So this is
navigation
definitely a
built in here
moment
yet.
for you to
Come
look at your
on.
schedule and the things
Yeah.
that you do and
No,
start
I'm gonna have
blocking
to
off some
build the
time to get
navigation
tuned in.
here.
Because the things that we're doing are really designed to help you, whether you're a business
Actually,
owner,
gotta bring
whether
this
you're an
mic over to the
individual,
other,
whether you're a
spot,
young
too.
adult who's thinking, I want to wait till 30 to be an entrepreneur. I want to do it now.
And then you
I've met
mentioned
so
that,
many. I met a 22-year-old
this
millionaire
area
last
can
month.
be
I was like, you
streamed
know what? I
into
wish I
the
was a
live
22-year-old
event and vice
millionaire.
versa, right?
I would have done things
Yeah.
so much differently.
There's
I mean,
a
you really
camera
got to
sitting
appreciate this younger
right
generation
in frame
and the fact
here.
that they're coming
And it'll
with a
stream to
completely
those
new
other
attitude
screens in there.
towards the future.
And you can also
exceptionally
turn
refreshing.
off the localized
I
audio
don't
and
think the
have
media does
basically
a
this
really good
spot
job
is the only spot that
framing
will play over the
how
loudspeakers.
incredible this
Well,
younger
what would be really
generation
cool
gets
is
a
if
lot
we
of
could set
slack,
up, like, countertop
a lot of
tables
flack
here.
rather, a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of negative publicity
Like,
I see sometimes
in the audience
around
area.
this kind of Gen Z,
Like out
younger
on the
millennial
stage, 'cause
community
it's a
that
big
they're
spot.
like disorganized,
Oh yeah, I want to get rid of
distracted,
these chairs as
ADD,
well.
blah,
I've
blah,
got
blah.
much better ones.
I'm here to tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. I think this generation is
Baba.
motivated, they're
Let's go back to the
driven,
convention.
they're focused. We're seeing evidence that they're absolutely willing to accept guidance and mentorship
You
from an
following?
older generation. This kind
No,
of
I think he's on strike.
working with the noobs mentality is fun as hell. And Ryan, I'll let you wrap on that
Follow
note.
me, man. Come on. There we go.
Well, I mean,
Let's see if he'll follow me up on stage.
I agree with the last comment. You know,
No,
this
he
is
just stopped. Yeah, I don't think I had the navigation.
there's a lot of a bum rap to this present generation, but I want everybody to realize
You
that
gotta
this
turn on
next
the lights in
generation
there,
that's coming
too.
out
Yeah, I'm actually working
is-
on. I want to be able
is
to lower
taking
the lights
ownership
and turn on
in the way
stage
that they're
lights
going
whenever,
through
like,
life.
conventions, concerts,
And
things
we
like
have
that.
an opportunity here to make sure that
Well, I mean, this is
we
like
participate
amazing.
and we give them
No,
the
we have
tools
to
that
light
they
these
need.
areas.
And it sounds very
Wow, there's some big chairs.
ethereal. I don't know, you know, out there. But the truth of the
Yeah,
matter
they're way
is,
too big. I
we're being
appreciate
invited
that.
in, and we should be there. We should be able to give them the things that they need.
I think that's a great note to add on. So we're
It'd
here
be
to talk
okay.
about UNLV October 4th. You're being invited in if you want to see all these things,
Hey,
these
look, she's still
wonderful,
standing there,
amazing
faithful and loyal
opportunities
as
of
ever.
hope and
Who do we have
prosperity on
down
display.
here?
We'll see you there. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah,
Thank
be ready
you.
for the
Recording is on.